This is exciting.
I forgot we changed this. Fred, you ever had Whataburger?
Yep, had it in Houston.
Damn. Well, I ain't never had Whataburger.
Neither
I
have
was I was gonna change it to Cookout. You ever had Cookout?
Yep, we
All
got it
right,
in
we
I.
Lexington.
Check out.
changed it to Cookout. Welcome to What's Happening. I'm Brad,
I'm Fred.
and we got somebody else.
I'm Brittany.
Shall we talk about what's
I
happening? What's
thought she
happening
was gonna
with
be
y'all?
like, I'm beat.
No.
You chilling.
What's happening with y'all?
I'm
Chilling,
cool.
bro. I ain't gonna
Look,
lie.
I'm pulling a
tired.
Rich. Shout out to the homie Rich. I'm just saying what's happening and not giving no direction. Brittany, ladies first. What's happening with you?
Oh, Rich. No, I'm cooling. Today, this weekend has been crazy. We've had nonstop like people coming in and out of the house. So today was the first day that we've been able to kind of unwind, which was good. Jamal's off work, so we really just got to recharge essentially. And now it's time to get ready for Christmas. And then my son's birthday is 2 weeks after Christmas, so we're back on the ramp up.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Fred, what's happening with you, dog?
Nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? Went and got me a little cardio in today again. Normal basketball practice, work, same old. Just whole family low key caught the flu over Thanksgiving to now. So it's like, I mean, we cooked and everything, but it don't seem like nobody really got to eat or enjoy it like all together, because it's like everybody just in the house just kind of like, I'm full, or you know what I'm saying, like this tastes good, but I really don't want it no more. Like, so it was a disaster.
Hey, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of halfway between both of y'all, man. I drove down to Memphis, Tennessee on Wednesday, while trying to cut through Ohio, in the dark. I hear, my 7-year-old in the back seat just let one loose real quick. I'm like, "What up, dog?" Oh man, pulled off just tried to get off at the first exit I could get off at to check on homie, man. It happened to be the one exit that ain't got nothing on there.
Of course.
End up pulling in front of somebody's church. What I'm saying, got the little homie cleaned up, man. He just got a little car sickness. But we was cool, man. And that set the trip off on the wrong foot, because I ended up not only doing that, but then we stopped at the next stop, what I'm saying, to get get some more stuff to clean and make sure it smelled good in there and all that, because we got a long trip to go, man. And that wasn't even like we weren't supposed to stop until we got to breakfast. So already 2 stops before breakfast, man. Long trip. Ended up getting there, you know what I'm saying? Got there, and it was so funny, man. Because we ended up eating breakfast at Perkins somewhere in Southern Ohio, and then we ended up eating lunch at a Chipotle in Kentucky. And then my whole plan is, man, I just want to push it, do one more stop in Tennessee, for a bathroom break, and then we'll push it and we'll get to my grandmother's house in time for dinner, expecting that my grandmother's gonna have dinner ready, because there's always food ready whenever you come into town. That's always how you do it. Number one, when you get into Nashville, you got to switch and go on I-40 to go west. It's construction on I-40.
Yep.
So I got to loop around. That adds an extra hour to the trip. Beyond that, grandmother ain't made no food because she was making Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you expect food the night before?
Your boy was not thinking.
You don't get dinner, you don't get breakfast, you get Thanksgiving. Like, you starve.
You know what, though? She did make breakfast on Thanksgiving Day, though. She did make breakfast on Thanksgiving Day.
I was about to say,
bless her heart.
We're gonna get some breakfast some way, somehow. Now, if somebody else have to do it, breakfast got to be done though, because the kids, if you make them wait, it's gonna be a bad.
No, the kids get breakfast. Yeah.
Well, the funny part is that during dinner for Thanksgiving. She was so worn out. She was like, "Baby, whatever's in that fridge that y'all want, you can just do whatever you want to do." But man, we had a good time, man. My grandmother and her 5 living sisters are all still down there. One of them was actually in Nashville, so we missed my aunt with her branch. They went to her granddaughter's house in Nashville, but I got to see all my aunts. I got to see a few of my cousins. We pushed it back on Saturday, and I have got to do these extra stops with these kids. But hey, we made it. I'm tired, and then my daughter ended up being sick today. This is Monday when we're recording, so I ended up getting an extra day of rest accidentally because I stayed at the house with her, but it worked out. But you know what, man? That's what I say. I'm a little bit between both of y'all. I had one that was sick, did a whole lot of bouncing because of the travel. A little bit between both of y'all, but we good. And that kind of leads us to what we're doing tonight. Listen, it was busy. I was driving. I was, on halfway across the country. Well, not halfway across.
You should have hit like 30 of these joints.
Listen, right? So the part is that I keep it a buck with y'all here on what's happening. Y'all know that, right? I ain't feel like trying to find those stories to cover on the podcast. And then I ain't feel like having to study them to come ready to talk about it, right?
Respect.
Your boy is fat. Y'all see these videos on social media. Y'all know I'm a little chunky. And so I was like, I don't have to think about food. I just know about that one already. Let's get this greatest fast food restaurant debate done. So here's how we did it. We haven't done the tournament episode in a while, and I did it a little differently this time. So I told y'all.
Oh, Bradley picked his favorites, that mean.
Y'all hear me out. All right. So number 1, I did a Google search to find fast food restaurants, right? Here's the rules. The general rules is that for it to be a fast food restaurant, it's got to 1, be fast. But then for 2, I should be able to come into your restaurant at any time of the day that you're open for business, whether it be breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever, right? I should be able to come into your establishment and I should be able to get an entree, a side, and a drink for less than or no more than $9.99 before tax. That part's important.
Pre-COVID?
You know what? No, we're not talking pre-COVID. It doesn't mean that your entire
inflation.
Right. Actually, inflation is why I made it $9.99 instead of $7.99.
Make it 12. Let's do $12.99.
Now, it also I say walk in, right? You order on DoorDash or Uber Eats and you pay them surcharges. That's on you. I'm talking about like I can go to the spot, right? Now, there's some exceptions that are on this list, right? One exception I'll call out is Little Caesars. You can't really go to Little Caesars and get an entree and a side and a drink for less than $10. You can't really do that.
Get a slice and breadsticks.
Well, you can get I don't know no Little Caesars that sell slices
anymore. You're right.
She's thinking about Kmart. She
okay.
Kmart. Got a slice,
I didn't work at Kmart, but you're right. You're right.
But
they exist.
They do have like their little like $5 like you get like a box. It's like the 4 slices of pizza and a drink, and that's like $5. Yeah, the little personal joints. They also you can go in there and get a hot and ready for $5 or $6 now with a drink, and so like stuff like that works, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have some exceptions like that. Jimmy John's is another exception. It's not really. You can't really get something for less than $10 there. You can't get the sandwich, chips, and a drink for less than $10.
Jimmy John's over Jersey Mike's. Is Jersey Mike's on this list?
Jersey Mike's is not on this list because Jersey Mike's. A difference between Jimmy John's and Jersey Mike's is that Jimmy John's is fast.
Freaky fast.
That's why. So I can see we about to already have a good time with it. All right. So let me tell you how I built this now. So I did the search. I found 50 of these joints. Did another search, found a couple more. And then, y'all know I have the app on my phone. But the way I usually do the app is that I just put all the names in there and how they come in, I just fill in the blank. What I did was I did a draw for the numbers as well as a draw for the names. So, bang, hit the thing. It said 4. Bang, hit it. It said whatever name is next to 4. That's how it worked out. Popeyes, right? So, not only was the names randomly put together, the places at which they were going to be was also randomly put together as well. So it's totally random how this thing built out. Some of this is gonna work out well. But I have no idea as to who's gonna win. I sent y'all a list of who is on the list, but not necessarily what's on, not necessarily where they were, because I didn't have the bracket built yet. But what y'all thinking when y'all see so far? Y'all got any early favorites?
Honestly,
I could see
like
one
food, right?
possibly making it.
I don't have no idea because I really don't know
No.
like where this is gonna go. Like there's some of these like first round matchups. I know how that's gonna work out pretty quickly and easily. But you know, the overall like how it's gonna come out in the end, I don't have no idea. I mean, I think by the time we get through it, we'll see. But you know, by the time we get past the first and second round, we'll have a pretty good idea of where it's gonna go. But y'all ready to get into it?
I'm
Let's
ready.
get it cracking.
All right, so majority rules. We got the 1 seed Qdoba versus the 32 seed Taco Bell. Brittany, we'll let you go first as the guest.
All right. So while Taco Bell is, you know, kind of tried and true, it's also low-key ass. I'm gonna have to go with Qdoba because their food's good.
Brittany said Qdoba. Fred, what you saying, bro?
So look, I don't know. I feel like I've said this before. I don't eat Taco Bell unless it's like I gotta be drunk as hell. You know what I'm saying? Or just one of them weird ass taste buds. Like, and what kills me though is I'll pull up the Taco Bell when I do have a one-time craving or drunk as hell, and the line be all the way out to the damn
Be mad.
entrance.
It's not worth it.
Fuck on, this shit is trash. Like, there's no way in hell I'm finna sit here. My lady be mad because I like, pick something else. And I mean that. I'm not sitting here for this shit. Like, because if I'm drunk, I'm only want to smell it anyway to help me get sober. Like, I ain't even trying to eat it. So, for that reason, I'm going with Qdoba. And I may have only had that once and a half time. So,
once and a half, hell no. Hey, I would have picked Taco Bell, but it doesn't matter. I gotta say, I mean, I like Qdoba.
Taco Bell.
I mean, the Cinnabon Delights is fire.
Food. Yeah.
Say that again.
The Cinnabon
Delights is fire.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Qdoba is the better food for sure. It's better, but
it's fresher.
I mean, by far. But the versatility in Taco Bell would have been the reason why I would have picked that for the greatest fast food spot. But nonetheless,
the creativity. I'd give them an A for creativity.
Yeah,
think outside the bun.
There you go. There you go.
That was a perfect segue.
Listen. Taco Bell, we need to check for that one, bro. We need to check for that one, TV. All right. I gotta throw this in here real quick. When I had to fly out to New Orleans at the beginning of the year, I had to get up real early, and so I ended up getting breakfast at the airport and at the Qdoba that's in the airport. Everybody's in line. The Qdoba and the Chick-fil-A are next to each other. Everybody's in line at the Chick-fil-A. I go over to the Qdoba. They're making breakfast burrito bowls. So they had like breakfast potatoes, scrambled eggs, along with the chicken or the steak or the sausage, whatever you want to get. Qdoba needs to take that breakfast menu outside of the airport and make that nationwide because that joint slap. We got Del Taco versus Jack in the Box. Go ahead, Brittany.
I'm gonna defer because I've honestly never had either.
Oh.
And the fact that they're both put up against each other.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say
I'd say convince me, and I'll tie break if necessary.
I can't really remember Del Taco all too well. You know what I mean? But Jack in the Box, Bradley was just speaking about versatility. Jack in the Box got that versatility. You know what I'm saying? They got some egg rolls that's dummy fire. And you can get a 10-pack of tacos. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna slap, you know what I'm saying? And if I'm not mistaken, it's made to order, so it's fresh most of the time. Unless you go into a ratchet spot, it might be a little different. But you know what I'm saying? So for that reason, you know what I mean? Like Jack in the Box, and I ain't had nothing bad yet from Jack in the Box. I ain't even on front.
So you're gonna go with Jack in the Box?
Yeah.
So I've had both. There's a Del Taco around the corner from my house. Jack in the Box I only had one time. Is when I was in Vegas. And Del Taco has variety too. They actually sell burgers, believe it or not. There's
I really don't remember the Del Taco like that,
Del Taco, a lot of people will say Del Taco is better than Taco Bell because of the quality of the meat. And I will absolutely agree that the quality of the meat is better at Del Taco than what it is at Taco Bell. However, the flavor of the meat is better at Taco Bell than it is at Del Taco. So if you've got better quality meat and you can't do nothing better with it, that's a problem for me. Number one. Number two, beyond that, I said that they have versatility. You can go to Del Taco and get a fish taco meal with some crinkle fries and a drink. Like, where else can you get that? Right? That is fire. But them fries is dry. The burgers are right. Like, how do you have dry fries? The burgers I had one time because I was like, man, the tacos ain't really all that. Let me try a burger. The burgers are not great at all. It's like the thinnest patty, bro. It's nah. So my one time a Jack in the Box is gonna win over Del Taco. So that means that Jack in the Box wins.
Jack in the Box.
You sold me on egg rolls. Like, that's probably one of my favorite fried snacks in general.
For sure. That's me too. Like, and especially if you're driving down the highway, it's easy to smash them joints while you're going. You know what I mean? Like, you can get your spouse to put your little soy sauce on top while you swerve a little bit. Yeah. I'm with it.
So I agree.
Yeah. All right. So let's do the next one, which is Sbarro, the pizza joint, versus Hardee's and Carl's Jr. If you're on the East Coast, it's Carl's is Hardee's. If you're on the West Coast, it's Carl's Jr. But it's the same restaurant.
Yeah. Rallies too, or is that something separate?
No, Rallies is Crystals. I mean, not Checkers.
No.
Rallies is Checkers. Yeah.
Checkers. Okay, yeah.
Crystals,
that's coming up later, though.
I see it. It's actually right across from it.
No, Crystals is its own thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, right. So Sbarro, I had one very bad experience at one at Union Station in DC when I worked there. I got food poisoning off of vegetarian pizza, which is gross because that means you just didn't wash your veggies. That's different than having undercooked meat. Like, it just means you failed to wash.
It took me a second, Bradley. What? You got food poisoning off of vegetarian pizza?
I did, yeah.
Now
wow.
That is.
Was there some cross contamination? Like they put it on?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, because I don't know what happened prior to them handling my pizza, but yeah,
that's wild.
Was terrible. And Hardee's, on the other hand, actually carries a lot of sentimental value. Food, music, all of that. My grandfather used to take us to Hardee's, my sister and I, every Wednesday after school, like most of our elementary school lives. So I'm gonna go with Hardee's just off of experiences. Life experiences. One is positive and one isn't. So.
I feel that.
What you think, Fred?
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, Sbarro's good. You know what I'm saying? Hardee's is fire too. Like, the thing is about Hardee's though, for me, experiences. Even when my own kinfolk worked in there, I still ain't had no fire meal, like just fresh, good, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just something about it, you know what I mean? Get a little gristle in my meat, that's cool, but it seems like I can't even go get no chicken tenders with the dang hot sauce and honey and not just have no, like, that little piece when you be biting your chicken that you got to spit out because you just can't chew it. It just, I don't know if it's undercooked or if it's like just dead meat. I don't know what it is, but it just be sometimes being fast food. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I ain't never seen that happen in the fast food joint though. They supposed to have that prepared, bro. Like what?
Yeah, nah, bro. So like, you know what I'm saying? With that being the case and Hardee's, like I'ma definitely have to pick Sbarro. And then the thing is about Sbarro's, I ain't gonna lie, Bradley, you should feel me. Cause you know what I'm saying, I know we're gonna get the anti-hands, but when you got tired of anti-hands and you're in that Sandusky Mall and you can go over to Sbarro's when they about to close that gate and get all them fresh joints and slices that they finna give you for free. Man, them mugs fire, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? They'll throw it in there, heat it up for you. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got that connection in the mall, you can pop it in the Sbarro's and get you a nice couple slices for free with a drink. It ain't nothing like it.
I'm 36 years old, and that Sbarro slice of pizza tastes the same at 36 as it did when I was 6. It ain't changed at all. It's
I love
reliable.
consistency.
That's true.
Now, I never had Hardee's until I moved back to Michigan, and it's crazy to hear you talk about the chicken tenders letting you down because their chicken tenders are fire to me. I'll go there and get a burger. We would go there, we get burgers, and we get the kids the chicken tender meals. Be snagging up a little piece of that chicken tender. It was perfect every time.
Because you didn't eat the whole tender. That's the problem. Go get
Get
your
to the
own
point with
5-piece. Because listen, that's what sold me. Listen, they got some of the best crunchy, flaky skin on that mug.
Chicken
It's always
tender
golden
ends.
brown. You ain't even got to worry about it being like dark because they ain't changed the oil. Like I ain't never had none of them issues. Like it come out piping hot, look good. But man, when I bite into that one wrong piece, it just throw me off. I just I can have that shit. Now the curly fries, they be
curly fries
stale. They be a little stale sometimes.
Yeah. Let me finish. What I was gonna say is that they be doing too much. When I get that burger, it's guaranteed no matter what I do, some mustard, some ketchup, something gonna pop out. They are sloppy with their condiments. On top of that, I don't want no ketchup on me, dog. On top of that, they be doing too much. They got an omelet breakfast sandwich. It's literally an omelet inside of the biscuit with the egg and the meat.
I gotta go find that. I don't be up early enough, I guess. I'm
gonna go with the Sbarro. It's consistent.
Sbarro is consistent. I give you that, but boy, you just put me on to some shit. But see that'd be my issue with Hardee's. It'd be so bad because like last time I know they had like a French toast breakfast sandwich. That mug it didn't hit like it was supposed to.
They be doing so much, bro. I never even heard of Hardee's until like it was like 2002, 2003. I remember they started this new Butterburger thing, and the only reason I remember it so well is because they had it was a new burger, and they had one of the Lions on the local news at that time. Trying the burger out, and he was big as hell, and I just remember thinking like, bro, you don't need to be eating no goddamn Butterburger. We over here about to go 0-16.
Butterburger was good though, boy. They toasted that bun for him and everything.
Man. All right, let's go. So we got Sonic versus Long John Silver's.
So yeah, I'm gonna go Sonic on this one personally. Okay. I don't. I mean, there's slushies, there's variety. I don't know. There was a Long John Silver's down the street from my old apartment, and it gave like why are you still open vibes, like. How did you survive COVID? I've never seen anybody in line for real. Like, you know, the conspiracy theories of some of the other like businesses with like trafficking things. Like, I'm trying to figure out how they still exist. The end. I'm going Sonic.
So go ahead, Fred. I'm gonna say it's only two things good at Sonic, and one of them don't exist no more. Motherfucker serving you food on roller skates and slushies with all the candies. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Like, and I know it's the slushies because you said the slushies. I said, yeah, them drinks got her. She be putting them nerds and the goddamn little gummy bears and shit in there. She just be like a kid all over again. That's it. But listen, Long John Silver's that's that old man. You know what I mean? That's that old school. When you see Long John Silver's, you want to see an A&W root beer sign on the side of the building with it. You know what I'm saying? Like the nostalgia of Long John Silver's to go get you, you know what I'm saying, a fish and chicken plank basket. You know what I mean? Like Long John's is definitely, you know what I'm saying, fire. I think Captain D's just kind of killed them out. Like nobody looks at it because Captain D's is just that kind of big fish place. But Long John Silver's is still fire. You can get you a quick basket from there, chicken, fish, you get you some shrimp. You know what I mean? Like
you can get you a meal there for less than $10.
Bruh, and some good old A&W root beer. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go with Long John's. I mean, that's just on me though. You know what I mean? And me and my pops, we used to stop there from time to time on the road when we had to take them trips back to the military town.
So I used to, for like 3 weeks, I worked at the Taco Bell Long John Silver combination up in Sandusky.
That's a weird ass combination.
Well, you know, so actually, you know, they're all owned by Pepsi.
No.
So sidetrack. Pepsi owns Frito-Lay. Pepsi owns Pizza Hut, Long John Silver, KFC, Taco Bell. They may not own Pizza Hut. I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure they do.
They might own Pizza Hut. I don't know about KFC.
No, they do. They
definitely own KFC.
Because I've seen a lot of Taco Bell KFC combinations.
So pretty much at this point, any fast food restaurant that you go into, if they sell Coke products, or rather, if they sell Pepsi products, it's probably owned by Pepsi. So, and that's where you see those hybrids. You see that KFC Taco Bell, that KFC Long John Silver. That's when you see those hybrids. All right. So, I got the pleasure of working in that little combination in Sandusky, and I love to tell everybody this. So on the Long John Silver side, there's 3 fryers. One for your fish, one for your chicken, one for your shrimp, your French fries, your hush puppies, and anything else they may have to fry temporarily. After 3 days, your fish oil becomes your chicken oil becomes your everything else oil. After 3 days, your chicken oil that used to be your fish oil is now your everything else oil. Yeah. So enjoy that. And I was living in Sandusky when they opened the Sonic, actually across the street, basically. And I remember so many of my white friends was hyping it up, like Sonic is so good. I was like, yeah, I'll go there, I'll try it out. And it was terrible. It was absolutely awful, right? And I thought to myself, ain't no way that people can be for real. And it wasn't until I tried Sonic somewhere else that I found out that Sonic is actually good. It just was terrible in Sandusky.
I will say the best Sonic I had was in Colorado. And there's a lot of them in Colorado.
The one that's down the road from me, in Madison Heights, I guess that's Troy over there. But that one's it's solid. It's solid. And I've just learned that Sonic is solid outside of Sandusky, Ohio. Sorry, Sandusky, but no.
Not outside of Radcliffe, Kentucky either, because this is trash here. I'm gonna let you know. And the one in E-Town trash. So
for me, the one that is the versatility, it's gonna be Sonic for me because I can go there and get a good burger. I can go there. It's the only place that I can get a coney that's sufficient. It's not a Detroit coney, but it is a sufficient coney that I would like.
That's what my dad said.
What about the coney?
Yeah, I was like, bro, what the hell would you eat? We literally just had this conversation 2 days ago. So what the hell would you eat from Sonic? He said, shit, I just like the coney footlongs.
Oh yeah, that football joint. And I'm sorry, that's not the only place with a good coney, but it's the most accessible typically, besides my Detroit conies. Let's go to the next one. We got a nice little first round matchup here. Popeyes versus KFC. And this one's about to have the church and the tizzy right here, because I'm telling you, every Sunday. Listen here. Listen, I can't tell you how many times, being black, how many times my mama is the Saturday night before whipped up some greens, whipped up a pot of peas, whipped up whatever, and we just stopped and got a bucket of chicken on the way. Oh,
thanks, bro. Doing all that.
So KFC and Popeyes. Go ahead, Britt.
Yeah, I have the same nostalgia with KFC, right? That was a thing. We had a bucket of chicken on a regular basis. I ate chicken in my school lunches all the time. But adult Brittany would have to respectfully say that I would choose Popeyes over KFC most of the time. I used to live across the street from a KFC and I went there all the time then, but when given the option, I would choose Popeyes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you got, Fred?
Listen to me clearly.
Here we
Them
go.
KFC little chicken sliders is fire. Do you understand me? With a little extra sauce drizzled on that bad boy. It's serious business. Them chicken bowls that they used to do, you know what I'm saying, with the mashed potatoes, corn, it's fire. Straight up.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see too many people getting a run for their money with that shit. But listen, Popeyes chicken is undefeated.
That chicken from Popeyes.
Straight up. You can get it spicy, you can get it regular. It's fire both ways. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna hold it. You know what I'm saying? Skin gonna be on point. You know what I mean? Hey, I gotta say, the sides, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of red beans and rice, folks. I ain't really one of them. But the fact that you can get a little different versatility from your average chicken joint, you know what I'm saying? It does that for me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty dope to me. You know, and listen, I understand. None of y'all like Popeyes biscuits. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But you have to go to Elizabethtown, Kentucky, and get you some biscuits from Popeyes. I promise you, it would change your mind. I done took 100 people. It would change your mind.
100 people.
And listen, folks laugh at me because, bro, I go there and get me 2 thighs, 1 spicy one night, and a 6-piece of biscuits. Straight up. With a corn on the cob if I'm extra hungry. You know what I mean? Like, just all facts. And them biscuits going to be fresh. They're going to be buttered. You know what I mean? They're going to be ready to crumble. That's all I need. So with that, I'm going to have to go with Popeyes.
Listen here. Y'all already picked Popeyes, so Popeyes is the winner, but I'm going to get in here anyway. Anything you can do, I can do better. The biscuits is better at Popeyes. The chicken is better at Popeyes. The sides are better at Popeyes. The sandwich is better at Popeyes. And that's not even an insult to KFC, because if it was KFC against any other chicken joint, KFC probably going over. But I'm taking everything at Popeyes over everything at KFC. And it's no slight to KFC. No slight to KFC.
It's not.
Bro,
Also,
did you try KFC chicken sandwich though? I just got asked. Like they spicy chicken sandwich.
It's great.
Oh yeah, it's okay.
It's great.
I spent many a lunch break eating Famous Bowls. Okay, like because my senior year, I could go off campus. I went to Southfield Lathrop. I headed over to KFC. I had a Famous Bowls a lot. Oh, and the parfaits. Can I speak on the parfaits of the 90s and early 2000s?
The
Like
parfaits,
everything.
yo, the Twister wraps back in the day.
Man.
It's like no shade, but
The barbecue wings. The
barbecue
biscuits
wings
used
are
to
still
always
fire.
be
The barbecue wings
biscuits
are
used to-
still fire
Yeah.
to this day.
The biscuits used to always slap, no matter when you got them back in the day. They was
Mhm.
always fresh, always perfect, always buttery. Didn't need nothing. Now you get a biscuit from KFC, Lord help you. And people try to talk about that Popeyes biscuit. That Popeyes biscuit is always buttery.
I know. Don't say always. Don't say always. It
Listen
does. It
here.
does depend on location, but
I
good.
ain't had a
Popeyes
bad
biscuit,
one yet.
I have
And
choked down many a biscuit. I'm not gonna hold you.
How many
Bitches be dry.
I'm gonna have to say it might be the time that you go. Then
Maybe. But I also think it's the maybe. But I also think it's location because I've also had good ones. Like
I mean,
I'm just saying.
And like just to put it, just to make it, just to make it, to crystallize it, back in when I lived in Ohio, and I would come up to Detroit to visit my daughter. Between the trip there and the trip back, either at the rest stop off the turnpike in Amherst, Ohio, I was getting some Popeyes there, or at the there's a travel stop in Monroe, Michigan that used to have a Popeyes attached to it. Between one of them two, I was getting some biscuits at minimum for the trip. Every time, every single time. It was a matter of how hungry I was. Was I driving up hungry so I would get some food? Or was I coming back hungry just to get some biscuits? I'm gonna also get some White Castle while I'm in town too. But that's a whole nother story that we're gonna get into eventually on this episode. Let's go to the next one. Cookout versus Steak and Shake.
Yeah. Okay. So
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I just had Cookout for the first time. So we just talked about me driving down to Tennessee. I've never even heard of Cookout until 2019. We were driving down. We stopped in Nashville. Actually, we were looking for a Chick-fil-A for dinner, and we passed by Cookout on the way to a Chick-fil-A. And then suddenly I see the internet talking about how good Cookout is shortly after I saw it. But now there's one basically around the corner from where my grandmother is. And I had an opportunity to check it out. And I went there, and the sign said I could get a burger for $2.89, or I could get a double for $3.69, or I could get a big double for $3.69. And I'm like, okay, obviously, if these burgers, if the double is less than $4, this is about to be a little tiny burger. Let me go ahead and get two of them joints. Boy, oh boy, was I wrong.
You were wrong.
These were regular size
grown
man burgers. On top of that, it tasted like an actual Cookout. It tasted like somebody put them patties together with their hand, rolled it up, patted that joint down, had the cook, had the grill just smoking all day at just the right temperature, managing that bad boy just perfectly. It tasted like a regular homemade burger. They put it in aluminum foil. Steak and Shake is so fire though. The fact that I can go and get a double steak burger with ketchup, mustard, pickle, and onion and fries for $4. For $4, and them fries ain't really hitting like that, but you get a good amount for $4 with the burger. Ooh, I only had Cookout one time, and I ain't had the fries. I ain't had the shake.
That's crazy.
It was just that I was just getting a little something to eat real quick. And like
you need to go back.
I think.
Well, they're in Virginia, which is I think closer than
right
where you were. You come this way.
I think I gotta pick Steak and Shake just because of my personal experience. I have to.
Okay.
Like I can't. The burger was good, but I don't know if the burger was even good enough for me to totally discard everything I've had from Steak and Shake. But it was a great burger. I'll absolutely make sure I go again. Next time, I'll get a meal when I go again. I'll get some fries. I'll get one burger.
Okay. So let me tell you about the meal though, because the meal is a tray, and the tray is a burger and two sides. However, the sides aren't just fries. You can get a quesadilla as a side.
What?
You can get cheese bites as a side. You can get chicken tenders as a side. It is a tray. It is as if you went to the cookout with your tray and just picked out what the fuck you wanted on your plate. Okay. It is love. Okay. I was also recently introduced to it in, what is this, 2022? So in 2020, no. Had to be 2021.
Sometime
you know, in the time period that when people started traveling post-COVID. I went to South Carolina, and that was the first time I tried it. But it was at 2 a.m. drunkenly, and it was everything, right? The line was long as shit, but it was worth it. You can smell the fucking grill going, the smoke coming out of the building. It is a pollution to the environment. It is everything, right? And you get up there, you get your milkshake, because there's like 32 different flavors of milkshake. You can do, and they're like hand. I mean, I don't know how they make them, but they're chunky, like good milkshakes. Yeah, and you can get all of that. All that I said, your burger, your two, whatever the fuck sides you want. I really love they have like cheese bites, like Wisconsin cheese bites, cheese curds fried. Yeah. I get 2 sides of those, honestly, and I can't really eat that. I'm lactose intolerant. I take medicine so that we can, because we always hit it on our way to go visit my in-laws. I ensure that I take medicine to be able to eat this every time. Get my milkshake and everything. It's just worth it. And I don't have much to say about Steak and Shake. It is good, but in my experience, in the fact that every single time we go see my in-laws, my husband's parents, we stop. We make sure, and they get mad because they cook, and we're like, no, we had
cookout.
Like, we good. Every time.
We already went to the cookout.
Like, they're like, oh, but we cook. Okay, well, we stopped. We don't have this. There are some in Maryland, but they're not like close in Maryland. So that's when we hit it, and it makes the trip worthwhile. Other than seeing his parents, they're wonderful people. I love them dearly.
Got to throw that disclaimer in right quick. What you got, Fred?
Listen, so I mean, cookout fire, but I ain't gonna let y'all just discredit Steak and Shake. Totally.
I picked Steak and Shake.
I mean, you did, but you ain't even back them motherfuckers up with like, you talked about cookout for 30 damn minutes. But with my experiences and expertise, I've only had it once, and I don't want to be, overzealous in my thoughts here. But I'm gonna go with Steak and Shake. Well, goddamn, that was convincing. I mean, I'm gonna go to Steak and Shake tomorrow for Bradley's opinion.
The best part is, I think
that was not a 5-star review. Right.
So what are you picking? Instead of just roasting me, talking about being mad about my review, what is your review?
I mean, it was like very 1-star-ish. Like you would be the motherfucker I'll cuss out.
What is your
like
pick?
That I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I read your review. I'm like, God damn, that didn't help me.
I'm about to
But so Steak and Shake, you know what I'm saying? I've had great times there with my family. Me and my son and his friend and my sister, we went there. They got this actual thing. It's like a 7x7 or some shit, and it's a sandwich that's like 7 layers of patties with cheese. You know what I'm saying? It's a heart attack waiting to happen. Like that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And you can get it dressed how you want to, whatever. You know what I mean? And so my sister had found it, and she told us about it. So me and her challenged my son and his friend to see who can finish the sandwich first. We wasn't gonna do one apiece, like that's just insane. So we cut that motherfucker in half. You know what I'm saying? Me and
everybody
shared
cut
one.
it in half. Everybody basically still had 2 burgers.
Shit, no, it's like 3.5. Like, even though them patties thin, that shit's different when you eating 7 of them bitches on top of each other with the grease. So, you know what I mean? But like they got shit like that, and then like y'all gotta understand. I should have been gave y'all this disclaimer. A lot of these restaurants that I pick is gonna be on how nasty I can get. Like when I eat. I know it sounds crazy, but when I eat real nasty. I would tell you if we go together, you know what I'm saying, y'all order y'all food first, because when I'm done, you may not be hungry. Because I will put some shit on my burger that you would not think of. So anyway, you know, I like the royal burger with cheese because it got the egg on it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and my favorite is the fresco. That fresco sauce so fire, dog. Like, you got to get a side of it. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get the fresco melt, add an egg on that motherfucker with a side of fresco sauce and the cheese sauce, you know what I mean? Like, that's a fire-ass sandwich. Like, I don't even care what you're talking about. So, like, with that to be said, that shit would probably cost me like $15. I can go to Cookout, nigga, for $7.50 and have everything Brittany was talking about. So, for that, with the nigga and me, we at the Cookout. It's options, it's flavor, bro. Them goddamn fries that Bradley missed on the season on them bitches felt like he walked to the corner store and got them bitches in a brown paper bag that was gonna have the grease coming out when he was on the way home. Like, I'm telling you right now, Cookout them boys, like, straight up. If you see a Cookout, pull the fuck over and get you something. It ain't even gonna fuck up your vacation. I promise you. That's the one you can splurge on. If you and your friends decide to go on vacation. Make sure it's a Cookout there, because if you the cheap bitch, you can go eat all weekend, all the whole time y'all there, and it's not gonna.
And have different shit. Have different shit every time.
So I just want to be sure that Fred talked about my 30-minute review.
I gave both of them a great review
and reviewed my review for an hour. Then still pick Cookout anyway.
Oh yeah, but I just had to make sure, like, Steak and Shake, they've been in the game a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, Steak and Shake used to be 24 hours before COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go in, they have a nasty ass flow, you know what I'm saying, and a dirty ass table for you to sit at. You know what I mean? And they'd be proud to go ahead and serve you a shake when you tell them no whipped cream, whipped cream, and then scoop it out with a spoon and come back. Like, they don't give a fuck. They've been around long enough. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you gotta give them their respects, but nah, Cookout better.
He said, "Hey, scoop it out with a spoon." Oh shit, we ain't even halfway through.
You gotta move. This might be part 2 next week.
Chipotle versus Bojangles.
So if we're moving quickly, I'm just gonna have to respectfully say Chipotle. I've had Bojangles. So I've had Bojangles, just not often. And where I had it was, like I said, I worked in the train station, Union Station in Washington, D.C. In DC. I don't know why I said it like that. Anyway, and it was in the basement, and like just the entire station at the time, like that's where the food court was in the basement of the station. But being as it is the basement of a train station, like the cleanliness just wasn't up to par in general, right? Like we're in the city. There's rats and all types of shit happening. So I just, maybe my experience was skewed because of that, right? And I have solid experiences at Chipotle. I've never really had a bad Chipotle experience. It's what I want to put in my bowl, so or in my burrito, like so. It's my call. Right. I'm not mad at it. It's good. It's solid. I've had better Chipotle. Like I love when the cook decides to season. That's beautiful. It doesn't always happen. The rice be like on point, like damn, they put some salt in this rice this time, a little extra lime juice, some cilantro, like it really hits. That's not always the case, but it's always minimally solid. I'm not mad at it any other time. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Chipotle.
What you going with, Fred?
Yeah, I'm definitely going with Chipotle. Like I'm gonna let you know right now, Bojangles is trash. It's trash in Atlanta. It's trash in Kentucky. It's trash. As in Bubba, trash. Like Bubba Dub say, bro. Like I'm telling you right now, I ain't had a good Bojangles nowhere. I don't care how fast they make biscuits, how often they make them biscuits. They need to throw them mugs away. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, the chicken ain't got no seasoning. The skin or the meat, like, you know what I'm saying? It's one thing when you go to a chicken restaurant, you understand one of the two gonna be seasoned. They either season pre-flour or, you know what I'm saying, post-flour. You know what I'm saying? Like, or they might have seasoned their flour and not seasoned the meat. But you can tell the difference. Bojangles, they the type that took that shit straight out the package, flapped it in some flour, put it in the grease, and served it to you. And I just don't get with that. I watched them bring a whole Bojangles restaurant, build a whole new building here, and that mother was gone in 6 months. 6 months.
Hey,
trash.
I had Bojangles for the first time last year when I was driving back to Detroit by myself from visiting my grandmother when my mama moved down to Memphis in Kentucky. I think Elizabethtown. It's a big plaza right there. It's got some of everything in that plaza. Walmart, I feel like everything. You might know what I'm talking about, Fred. I don't think it's too far from where you are. But
across from the mall, town mall there.
But so I was in that plaza to get some coffee and I saw the Bojangles. I was like, all right, yeah, I'll try that. When am I try this again? Boy, oh boy.
Never
boy. Let me tell you how terrible this chicken was. Everything that Fred just told you is the gospel truth. The difference between Bojangles and Church's Chicken is that at least Bojangles gave you fresh grease when they made your terrible chicken. Like, it actually was just horrible. And I will never, ever spend my money in that joint again. The biscuit was dry. The chicken was nasty. The macaroni and cheese, Kraft macaroni and cheese tastes better than that macaroni and cheese I had at Bojangles. And black folk be talking about Bojangles the best chicken. Y'all better stop the lie, because the truth ain't in you. So,
and that's why I was mad, because I had it in Atlanta first. So I thought this was the home of Bojangles. You know what I'm saying? Where all the niggas go to Bojangles at is in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Roscoe's and Bojangles. That's what I thought. I was pissed. It
was terrible. How the white Colonel supposed to be better than the black Bojangle? Anyway, let's go. Let's go to the next one. We got Krystal versus Pizza Hut.
Okay, so I will also disclaimer have never had Krystal. However,
let me help you. You ain't missing nothing.
Okay. All right. Well, then that kind of puts us on an even playing field, right? Because Pizza Hut. Yeah, like the nostalgia of Pizza Hut's good, but I will say Pizza Hut today is probably the trashiest of fast food pizza.
Ain't it though?
It really is. But I'm gonna go with Pizza Hut because, you know, I know it. But it's the worst of fast food pizza. It's
Krystal tastes like the burger. It's sliders, small sliders, just like
White Castle.
Just like White Castle. But at Krystal, they just use like a regular bread instead of a small bun. Like it's like a roll, and they cut the roll in half and put your burger in there. Not only that, the burger tastes like middle school meatloaf. Do you remember back in the day when you didn't know better and you ate meatloaf sandwiches with mustard? That's what a Krystal burger tastes like.
I didn't do that, but I
I just told it on myself.
Yeah, listen, I
that don't sound good, anyway, so I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, no, Pizza Hut definitely for the win. Especially, you know what I'm saying? Pizza Hut had the bucket club. Like, so when you was a kid, you used to get bucket club. Pizzas, you know what I'm saying? And then you could pay $1 extra if you want a meat lover. So they took care of you for real. Like, man, straight up. Like Pizza Hut, the nostalgia, like you get a pan pizza, these niggas bring a cast iron skillet to your table. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, yeah.
Like
I have birthday parties. And
you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, nobody out pizzas the Hut. Like straight to Pizza.
Hey, that Pizza Hut lunch buffet back in the day?
Dog. Love. It's the back in the day, because nowadays my daughter will bring home her little Pizza Hut coupons. I'm like, no, we're not going to that shit. I'm not eating that.
They give it away for free. Let's go find the homeless people. I was playing. All right, In-N-Out versus Subway.
So Subway. I'm gonna go with In-N-Out.
So So I am gonna put a little thing in here real quick that say Bradley did forget our break. Like usually when we do these, we get a break before we split to the other side, but that's cool. Anyway,
No, it's we do it after the first round. That's when we get the break.
goddamn. Anyway, like, so I'm gonna say
That's why I sped it along.
I'm probably gonna pick In-N-Out anyway, but you know what I'm saying. Subway, don't get me wrong. Like, Eat Fresh, Jared, cool. He lost weight. You know
Jared ain't
I
cool.
do like.
Jared is not cool.
I'm not saying it's cool that he lost weight. I didn't say he was cool. Like, don't put words in my mouth. I know the guy's in jail.
I'm just trying to help you make sure. I'm trying to help you not get canceled, brother.
Hey, that's my PR guy. Told y'all. Like, he's gonna keep me on my toes. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no black and white. Make it known. Like, so, but you know, I do like the fact that you can toast your subs at Subway.
Mm-hmm.
They do got pizza on the menu, so you can make you a little pizza. You know what I mean? Salads, my lady likes salads. I'm not the healthy person really, so I'm not gonna eat a salad from Subway. It's not the place for me to get a salad. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? In-N-Out. Like I just said, I'm not the healthy person. I want to go to a fast food restaurant. I want to be risking my life some way.
I've had In-N-Out one time. I was at my hotel in Vegas. It was terrible. I'm gonna give them one more shot because maybe it was Vegas. I need to get to Cali, and I need to eat In-N-Out there. I'm gonna give them one more shot. And one of my homies, he went to Vegas earlier this year with his wife, and he was like, about to try to it out. I was like, let me know what you think, bro. I had it 3 years ago and I hated it. And he was like, he and his wife responded to me. It's like, this is the best burger I've had in my life. So I'm gonna give it one more shot when I get to Cali again. But I would have picked Subway just because of my bad experience with In-N-Out. But I knew In-N-Out would go over anyway, so it's all good. Now this one is gonna be interesting. McDonald's versus Little Caesars. Forever think like, man, why it take y'all so long to get to McDonald's for? I mean, look, it's just the way it worked out. But we got McDonald's versus Little Caesars. Where you going, Fred? Mix it up.
Man, if you'd have asked me this probably like 4 months ago, I'd probably went with McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Just because I love mac sauce. Like, that's how they get me. I put that shit on the chickens, you know what I'm saying, McDoubles, whatever. You know what I'm saying? One thing I will say about McDonald's, I know that everybody talk about McDonald's fries, but they nuggets, if you get their nuggets fresh, I don't think there's a nugget on this world that's topping McDonald's nuggets. Like, just, you know what I'm saying, just in reality. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna have to go with Little Caesars because this new pepperoni thin crisp, it got me in a chokehold. I ain't even gonna flex with you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? They got the cheese sauce, big tub too. You ain't even gotta ask for extra. They already got it made. They know. They say, yeah, we know you want a lot. Cool. You know what I mean? Like, then they got that deep dish, and it's righteous. Like, they $5 hot and ready's though. That shit tastes like the boxes in here. I ain't even gonna flex with you. You know what I'm saying? But if you picking something off the menu that they gotta make, that 3-meat treat, you know what I'm saying, for $8, that ain't a bad bitch. I ain't even gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to get to a Pizza Hut meat lovers without paying $12, that 3-meat treat ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and give Little Caesars the edge in this one. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go ahead and tear my head off.
Okay.
Go ahead, Brittany.
So Little Caesars on the East Coast is not the same as Little Caesars in Michigan. So I'm gonna say that. Like, it originated there. It's better there from my experiences. McDonald's has gotten me McDonald's has gotten me through many a drunken night, many a poor moment, a college day. McDonald's has been my friend through a lot in life. My kids love it now. I don't eat it as much as an adult as I did, unless it's a 2 a.m. situation. So respectfully, because I'm not even about to say that Little Caesars is trash because we've already talked about Pizza Hut. So with that being said, I'm gonna go with McDonald's, just off the strength that it's McDonald's, like
It's
X
McDonald's.
amount of billions people served. Like I would love to try McDonald's in other countries because they have all those specialized things. To me, it's the novelty of the Golden Arches. Like
Before you
if we're
jump
talking
in,
about
Bradley,
greatest fast food spot, greatest.
the
Go
only
ahead,
thing
Fredo.
great was the dollar menu. Now I will give you
The
that.
dollar,
That
but the
real
dollar menu
deal
is
dollar, like when
fire.
the real, it don't exist no more. You can't act like
Yeah.
that thing's still there. Don't say the dollar menu is fire. The dollar menu was, yeah. A small fry that belong in the Happy Meals is your new $1.29. Stop it. Like, they tripping.
Inflation, didn't we say before?
I give you that much. Back when we was kids, man, you could run down on that thing with $5 and act up for real.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, nah. So say Caesars right now.
So Fred said Little Caesars, Brittany said McDonald's. Is coming down to me. I will never forget when McDonald's starts selling them double cheeseburgers for $1.
Hey, it's gonna give you the whole logic behind it too.
Me and my cousin, we used to always play NBA Live, and I swear to God, this is how I should have known that I was about to be unrealistically fat in my life. We would play NBA Live, and he would almost always beat me. We put a burger bet on the line. Every shot was dropping, dog. The sliders was up.
That's it. He went hard for that double cheeseburger.
Not the burger, but
It got to the point where he started getting mad at me. He was like, "Man, you just be playing me so I can bet you for these burgers." I was just play better when there's money on the line.
Money.
Lord Jesus.
And then I remember one night we went, and it was always late night. We 12:30 in the morning, going up there and getting 3 double cheeseburgers and an apple pie in this bitch. $4.
Here we go with the apple pie. You know, you get 2 of them back then, though. You get 2 for $1.
You're right.
That's like you getting 2 hash browns for $1.
Look, and then I remember we went up late one night. We drove up there, Linwood and Davidson. For those of you from Detroit that are listening, and they got a new banner in front of the big window, and it say chicken nuggets now served with real white meat. And I remember thinking to myself, the fuck was I eating for the first 18 years of my life? And I didn't touch a chicken nugget for about 10 years after that. Just on the strength of it. Something's happened to me over the last 3-4 years since I started trying to work out and eat better. I cannot eat a burger from McDonald's. I feel like rubber. Like it just, my body feels sluggish in everything that I do when I eat McDonald's. So I will only, at this point, I might steal one of the baby's nuggets, get her a 6-piece she ain't gonna eat 4. You know what I'm saying? Get 1 or 2 of them joints, and then I'll eat the fries. But beyond that, in terms of McDonald's, I really don't be eating it. Now that breakfast, on the other hand, McGriddle, I rocks with that. A sausage biscuit for $1.49. It be dry, but when you hungry, it works. And then they just brought back the steak bagel.
Mm-hmm.
Trash.
When I
love the
factor
steak
in
bagel.
the nostalgia of what it used to be, mixed with the variety,
and the playscape,
Listen, I'm gonna put y'all alone though. If
the
you
McDonald's
do
birthday
McDonald's
party.
breakfast, if you do McDonald's breakfast and you get a McGriddle, get the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle, sub round egg, and I promise it will change your life on everything.
Oh, and back to your point about getting the mac sauce, I used to always get the mac sauce on my McDoubles. Woo! Woo! Boy, it's fat for a reason. Let's go to the next one. McDonald's wins. Next we got Burger King versus Checkers. The Checkers might be called Rallies, depending on where you at. It's the same spot though. So Burger King versus Checkers. Where you going, Britt?
So I used to live by Checkers. I had to walk past it every day. Their milkshakes were fire. Their meals are good. Their fries are good. They have good deals on a regular basis. I'm not mad at it. But Burger King, Burger King is, I'm never mad at Burger King. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm never mad at Burger King. Their Chick-King, I don't know if y'all had that, but that Chick-King sandwich is love. Yes. Them pickles are like that Chick-King sandwich is bomb. So I'm gonna go Burger King.
Is the Chick-King the original chicken sandwich?
No,
it's the new chicken sandwich.
It's their new chicken
sandwich. Everybody else.
One.
They breaded chicken sandwich, all that. Yeah, just like make all the rest of these foods. Yeah,
that's my bomb though. It's bomb.
Go ahead, Fred.
Listen, I ain't gonna hold you. Burger King, them was my dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna lie. Oh man, it was a Western burger. It had the onion rings with the barbecue.
That rodeo cheeseburger.
Rodeo cheeseburger. Listen, bruh, that was fire. Back in the day when they had the stackers, they could have kept the bacon because I like crispy bacon. They used to always be undone, but the sauce that they had on the stackers, fire.
Big Mac sauce.
You know what I'm saying? A Whopper, I already said, I love a sloppy burger. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't give a damn how you get your Whopper. That mug gonna be slide straight up. You ain't just gonna hold that thing all the way through trying to bite it. It just don't happen.
They give you more mayo than the Lord allow on that Whopper.
So you know what I'm saying? Like and then you know when you was a kid, them onion rings. You know what I'm saying? Being able to switch from French fries to onion rings, you know what I'm saying? That was also dope too. You know what I mean? But Rallies, them jokes expensive. Like you can't go to Rallies just every day like you could do Burger King. Now Burger King, like I get it, Burger King ain't McDonald's cheap. But
hold on. You can go to Rallies.
You gotta catch their deals.
Nah,
they
go
having the
Rallies. You talking about the 2 for 4, the 2 for 5. I get that. But listen, that big Buford.
That big Buford. They want some cheese to that big Buford.
Yeah.
They want some cheese to that.
Hey. The only time
like
right now when they got the big Buford plus $1, you can get another one for $1. But that first one was gonna lay me out. So you know what I'm saying? It's really just overkill at that point. Like
back in the day,
meal.
I mean, cut you off, but back in the day, they used to do them big Bufords 2 for $5. Them the dumbest fools,
bruh. Listen, and they fire too in the cheese sauce. You know what I'm saying? And then the seasoned fries. Like I don't care what nobody say. You can't get them seasoned fries in the stove. You can buy the Rallies bag, and they still not finna come out like Rallies seasoned fry. I don't care what nobody say. How you do them joints. Whatever, they not the same. It ain't got the same enough seasoning, whatever. Maybe my pot just ain't got the extras around the outside. They probably ain't cleaning that bitch. That's why you can't walk in. You can't really see back there.
You pay for the ancestor fries.
Listen, there's a reason that mug they surround it. They lock themselves in and they go to war. You know what I mean? Like, but Rallies is fire. That banana shake.
Yeah, chocolate banana shake is what I used to get.
Look, she mixed it up. I ain't no chocolate fan, but that banana shake stupid. I'll go just for the banana shake. You know what I'm saying? And don't let me be on my fat man because them two for $5 or 2 for $6 spicy chicken deluxes. It ain't nothing nice, especially if they fresh. You know what I'm saying? They got a 5-piece. I don't really like buying that mug because that mug ridiculous. Like that motherfucker higher than a bar price on a 5-piece chicken wing set. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, at the end of the day, Rallies, the versatility, you know what I'm saying? Like the freshness, the flavor, I mean, you just can't go wrong. You really can't. You know what I'm saying? The funnel cake sticks. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with Rallies, Checkers, whatever you want to call it.
So, Brittany, you pick Checkers, right? No, you pick Burger
No,
King,
I
right?
pick Burger King, yeah.
And then Fred, you pick Checkers, Rallies, depending on where folks is at.
Mhm.
One thing I'll say about Burger King is they're gonna try something. I remember like 6-7 years ago, they started doing hot dogs. I never had one, but I remember they were selling
They
hot dogs
did.
out that joint. I remember like 4 years ago, they were selling tacos.
Tacos.
Listen
Mhm.
here, I never tried that taco.
Me either.
I'll never forget this. My mom was living at this time. My mama brought home one of them tacos. She took one bite and instantly wrapped that taco back up. I ain't never seen my mama reject food so swiftly. It was crazy. She took one bite and instantly put that bad boy back in the wrapper.
Said that wasn't it.
Like you understand how
That's
bad
one.
food is for your 60-year-old mama to not say, baby, you hungry?
Yeah.
She had to put it away. Can't nobody else deal with this. It was that terrible of a taco.
Oh no, I'd have left that out for somebody, some of the meddling kids that just can't leave shit alone. Go take a bite of that shit.
But Burger King got breakfast. I don't know if you ever had that biscuit from Burger King.
Mhm.
That biscuit is beautiful. You can get a ham, egg, and cheese biscuit. 2 of them joints for $4. Oh, it's wonderful. The French toast sticks, off the hook, right? Listen, the mayo that be on that Whopper, I got to be like, yo, y'all let me just get a packet of mayo myself, because they will spread both buns with the mayo and then put a dollop of mayo on top of that joint. And if you get a Whopper Junior, it's the same amount of mayo. Like, where they do that at? I don't understand how that works.
It's just a smaller meat patty. That's all.
But a couple years ago, when they brought back the Big King, they did me right, because they had the Big King back in the 90s. We used to get them joints for $1 back in the day in the 90s. I remember my mama would send me with $5. Go get 5 of them Big Kings, bring them back to the house. 1 for everybody, 2 for my stepdaddy. I was like, hey, give me extra dollars. I can get a second one too.
You better hustle up $1 on the way.
But everything y'all said about Checkers and Rallies, outside of it being expensive, is true, because you can get what I was gonna say earlier. They got $7 meals. You can get 2 sandwiches, some fries, a drink, and a little pie for $7 if you need it. But you can just go in there and just get that banana shake. Many a times I've gone in there just get that banana shake. Them wings is pricey now, but them wings is good.
They fire.
They fire.
I just don't like spending money.
And yeah, I ain't got them since they be talking about like, $12 for a 5-piece wing meal. Now y'all set tripping. I get my 2 burgers, keep it pushing. I want to give it to Burger King because they got the breakfast. So that means that like at any time they got more of what I would want. But that Checkers is just better.
It's the seasoning or something. But listen, I ain't even mad at you on the Burger King and the breakfast either, because they used to have an enormous omelet. And that mug was stupid. Like, straight up.
I remember when fast food restaurants tried to pretend like they cared about your health, and they did the chicken Whopper. It was just a big piece of grilled chicken on the Whopper. It was delicious. Oh, and Brittany, that chicken is terrible. It tastes like
so good.
It tastes like
it's
Bojangles.
Waited to the end.
I forgot about it.
Back and drag you, and then say, "Okay, I pick mine."
That's not true.
It tastes like Bojangles.
Not true.
But with oil. Like
Bad
it just
experience.
it was so terrible. And then beyond that, it just, how is it that they original chicken sandwich that looked like a stretched out hash brown, how is that supposed to be better than your premium chicken sandwich? Make sense.
It's not.
That chicken can chicone. Like
what? No. Okay. We're in 2 different parts of the United States, so we're gonna just chalk it up to that.
We got Wendy's versus Culver's.
Okay, so I used to work at Wendy's. That was my first job ever. And I'm not mad at Wendy's. There's nothing that they did in practice while I worked there that would make me say you know.
Mhm.
So, I'm gonna go with Wendy's.
Okay.
I can't even really speak too much to Culver's because my experience is slim. I'm gonna go with Wendy's. I ate a lot of Wendy's. I still do, honestly. The 5 for 5, 4 for 4. Like
I just had a 5
I
for
have
5
3
today.
kids. Like going in there and like let me get 5 for 5s, like or 4 for 4s. Like what? Like
I go
feed
spend
everybody.
$35 quick on my 7.
Exactly. But how else that's the cheapest you can feed them though. Like what you mean? And they full, they good. They got nuggets, they got fries, they
Look
got a
here.
burger, they got a drink. They
We straight up
Well, all I give a damn, they can trade in this motherfucker.
Let me get 2 of them nuggets and half your burger.
Last month we went out to Illinois. Me and the wife, we went out to Illinois for a wedding. My friend Jessica, she held the kids for us overnight. Came back, picked up the kids. We had a bunch of errands to run. The kids was hungry. We pulled into the Wendy's that's right there. Let's go get them kids meals. The kids meals at Wendy's is like $4.19, $4.20, and all you get is either nuggets and fries or a burger and fries and a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I not just get them a 4 for 4? They get burger and nuggets and fries and a drink. Oh, because they don't get a toy? They got too many goddamn toys already.
Facts. They don't even like them toys. I'd be throwing them toys out.
They don't even be toys. It'd be paper. It'd be art projects.
Right.
So,
yeah,
I mean, I guess since I'm already talking, Wendy's is good. What you can't. I ain't never had a bad Wendy's burger. I ain't never had a bad Wendy's burger. They're a little too liberal with the mayo on that junior bacon cheeseburger.
They are.
They spread it and then add
a little extra.
Yeah, it must be different in Kentucky because over here they is generous with that mayo.
Well,
but Culver's is way better than Wendy's, and it's not even close, and it's not even an insult to Wendy's. Culver's is amazing. The onion rings, the butter burgers, the buffalo chicken tenders. I'm telling you, everybody under the sound of my voice, if you have not gone to Culver's and gotten yourself a 4-piece buffalo chicken tender with some ranch, you do not love yourself. You got to do that at least once.
There's none in my area. I just looked it up.
Yeah, they really just they're based out of Wisconsin, and they're really in the season of rapid expansion right now, and they're really spreading all over the Midwest. Man, I never heard of it until I moved back to Michigan, and then now I started to see them everywhere. Culver's is delicious. I'm picking Culver's, so it's on you for it.
So look,
and I know you about to pick that Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich. I already know.
Hey, that's the OG to spicy chicken. Since he want to talk about it, I gotta say my little piece there. Y'all some disrespectful mofos. Just letting y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Because who was it? Popeyes and Chick-fil-A and whoever else come out with these spicy chicken sandwiches. Y'all just forgot about Po' Wendy's. Like they wasn't serving y'all the real deal spicy chicken breast, you know what I'm saying, for decades before these two raggedy jokers come out and act like it was a new thing. Y'all just threw them to the wayside, like they just, you know what I'm saying, was Jesus' last disciples or something, you know what I'm saying? Not no new ones or something. Like that was just some real disrespectful, but I had to get that off my chest. Anyway, listen. I got a personal vendetta with Wendy's. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little surprised that you Michiganders don't have one either. So on this podcast, we're gonna have a little history lesson. Wendy's was open. The first one was open in Columbus, Ohio. The reason Wendy's was open was Dave was partners with another gentleman who he was in business with of a company called Kewpie. Kewpie actually originated in Michigan. It was in a hotel. Whatever happened to the hotel, it no longer existed. They took Kewpie out. They brought it to my good old town, Little Lime, Ohio. And Kewpie actually sells square patty burgers that they make fresh, beef delivered daily from, you know what I'm saying, the butcher, what have you. They sell the pies, malts, chocolate malts is what they're also known for, sodas and fries. Dave wanted to add chicken products, and his partner did not. So Dave left Kewpie's and opened his first Wendy's in Columbus, Ohio, where he now serves the chicken sandwich and nuggets and all that, where Kewpie don't. So with that being the case, I have a little, vendetta against Wendy's because Kewpie probably be a nationally known chain right now, and that shit fire. I'm telling you, people come from all over just to have that little naked baby burger. You know what I'm saying? And it's the real deal. With that being said, though, like Bradley said, Culver's ain't nothing to play with. That butter basket sandwich hit it on every level. Made to order. It's fresh. They got the crinkle cut fries with constant cheese sauce. If y'all ain't told by now, and almost every damn thing we talked about and said some cheese sauce is served by damn near every one of these people. So if y'all can't tell,
I ain't know about 62% of these cheese sauces. He gonna find him a cheese sauce. I told y'all on this podcast before, when we worked together at that kiosk, I realized I was dealing with a different dude when he bought hot Cheetos and he went to the little food spot at the Target and said, "Let me just get a cup of cheese sauce," and he dipped his Cheetos in the cheese sauce and ate it. Different dude at this point. He gonna find himself a cheese sauce. I don't even be knowing about. I'm the fat one.
That's not my fault. It's
not my fault. Ain't nothing bullshit.
But straight up though, you know what I'm saying? Like Culver's, it's the real deal. And then they custard.
Yes,
fire.
Lord.
You know what I mean? You get your little custard cup. Now I will say Freddy's got more options, you know what I'm saying, on the custard level with what you can do with your, you know what I'm saying, your custard, but Culver's fire. There ain't no way around it.
Well, Culver's is going on to the second round. All right. This better be a clean sweep. Church's Chicken versus A&W. Y'all, I already said my piece earlier. So I'm going to just go ahead and get it out the way. Church's Chicken is trash. It is trash. I hated it when I was young. When I moved back to Michigan in late 2016, early 2017, I gave it another chance. It was terrible. Earlier this year, back in like September, I gave it a chance. It is terrible. At least it don't taste like moose knuckle no more. It just tastes like bad chicken now, but it's still absolutely terrible. They do have the jalapeno poppers. I have to give them credit for the jalapeno poppers because they were the first ones I've ever seen do it. And that jalapeno popper is fire, but the chicken, absolutely terrible. Now, much respect, because at one point in history, and Fred is saying you better give them their respect for this. All right, I'm gonna give them their respect because as terrible as it was, you used to be able to go in that joint for $2 and get the 2 pieces of chicken with a roll and a side of mashed potatoes, and that bad boy for $2. It was moose knuckle meat, but it was still $2, and you got full. But still, it's terrible. And I'm picking A&W with them boogers and them fries.
So
and
really,
root beer.
Yeah, the root beer should have been the.
I hate root beer in general, so no.
Well, whatever. But Brittany, I'm finna cut in front of you so you could be the one that settled this thing. Because I'm going with Texas. And that's that. You know what I'm saying? And one thing, though, I got to point out, Bradley, that helped me understand why you may have had an issue with churches, because you said some wild ass shit that I ain't never seen at a churches. But you said you get a 2-piece in a row. Now, I don't know what churches you've been to, but churches got honey butter biscuits.
Oh, this is way back in the day. Way back in the day, before they had honey butter biscuits. Way back in the day.
I don't know nothing about them rolls. Them rolls sound like Dodgers to me. Like that's what that sound like. That sound like Dodgers. You know what I'm saying?
The roll was fine.
Listen,
the roll was fine. It's just a regular
them
roll.
honey butter biscuits.
Honey butter biscuits is delicious. The chicken It's
If
terrible.
it's the saving, great. The chicken wasn't terrible. You can get you a spicy chicken. It might be greasy. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
spicy moose knuckle.
Sometimes you go, grease might have been old, sometimes not. But once you go ahead and you put your little hot sauce and honey on that motherfucker and you sop it up with that honey butter biscuit, all that shit go away. And for you to be the church boy that you is, your folks must have never stopped along the highway coming back from, you know what I'm saying, a second service that y'all was visiting another church and hit Church's Chicken.
Let me tell
And
you
I'm
something.
sorry.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how wrong you are. I spent most of my life at New Fellowship Tabernacle Church of God in Christ, 13745 Tinkle Avenue, Detroit, Michigan, 48207, I think it's the zip code. But that was
so
the
far,
church.
know it.
But the right reverend, the late reverend, now late bishop, David McCool Eubanks was our pastor. And in 2 blocks away, walking distance, a block and a half, realistically, right there on the corner of Finkel and Wyoming, was and is a Church's Chicken. Plenty of times where we had afternoon fellowship services where pastor said, Bradley, do me a favor, walk on down there and get some chicken for the church. Here's $50. Go get a couple buckets. Yes, sir. Go down there, get a couple buckets, come back, say grace, be thankful that I have to pay for my own food. That I have to pay for my own moose knuckle. At least it was the church money that paid for it.
Bradley probably was cleaning his plate and every other plate that didn't get touched in there. Don't let that Negro lie to you. If he had to walk back with them 2 buckets, he had to smell that damn good old chicken.
Oh, it smells wonderful every time. It tastes terrible. The chicken tastes terrible. Go ahead, Brittany. Go ahead and settle this argument.
All right. So settling the argument, right? Church's Chicken sides are great, much like Brad said. I also have not had the most positive experiences. And hearing Fred explain what he had to do to make the chicken edible.
I didn't make it edible.
You had to add the hot sauce and the dip it in the.
I do that at Lee's, KFC, Popeyes, Churches.
But you don't have to. There's a difference. I'm gonna go with A&W. The root beer floats are fire. The burgers are bomb. Like I've never had a bad experience. And then I always used to go to the drive up one. And what is that, Royal Oak area?
Yeah, it's
they
Southfield.
come and okay, Southfield. Yeah, that's where I'm
technically, but I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. By the bowling alley. Yep, and they come over and they put the tray on your window. Mm-hmm. Like it's a whole experience. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with A&W.
I just had to go against Bradley because he was just Churches. A&W good. You see, I ain't even say nothing about him because I couldn't say nothing bad. So I just left it where I was going. I was attacking Bradley, y'all.
White Castle versus Dairy Queen. I already know where Fred going with this one. You know where Fred going.
You want to kick it off?
I sure can.
Here, wait, let me just do it for you. All right. I'm gonna just fast forward this. Here's what we're gonna tell you. Fred gonna say that White Castle is terrible. He don't care what you say. He don't care what you say about it. He ain't gonna never try it again. I'm gonna tell him that the White Castle in Detroit hit different than they do everywhere else. He gonna say, if I gotta go all the way to Detroit, it must not be that good. I'm gonna say to him, I'm from Detroit. I never had bad White Castle until I left Detroit to get it somewhere else. Come to Detroit and get it. Then he gonna say, no, it ain't worth it. I'm gonna say, didn't I tell you to try Coney Island in Detroit? And what happened when you tried it? He was like, yeah, but that was different. It's this little nasty little burger. I don't like the way they cook the bread. I don't like the way they cook the onions. They cook a burger on top of it. That's the whole thing. I'm gonna pick White Castle.
Like a school burger with the booger sitting on top with a little bit of grease water that's barely touching the bottom of the patty. You know what I'm saying? And they put that shit on rollers, like processed. You know what I'm saying? It damn near is like the Mondo burger of the skinny burgers. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the little bitty burgers. You know what I'm saying? Home of the little bitty burgers.
Whoa. Time out. Pause. Roller.
Yeah, like you know the little roller things that they be putting them buns on, like they just look like rollers. Them ain't. Don't try to act like they some like gridiron sheets that they be cooking patties on, that they sauteing onions with. Nigga, that's just. It looked like it's like factory made, like just processed the whole way through. Like no, and then the burgers don't even got no brownness to it. Y'all eating gray ass burgers. Who the fuck eats a gray burger? That shit look like a square blob, and you just this is so great at 2 a.m. No, the fuck it ain't. Go to bed. That's just trash. You throw that shit to the dog and just crawl up and cry till the morning. Like that shit's horrible.
Now let me ask you this: why you hating? Have you had any food at Dairy Queen?
Hell yeah. Like, oh, hell yeah. And not only have I had food at Dairy Queen, now you want to fuck with me. Shit, nigga, we got a Dairy Queen at home in Lima, Ohio, where this shit's walk up only, where you can only get coney dogs, foot longs, shredded chicken sandwiches, ice cream, sundaes, blizzards. You know what I'm saying? Like on the real sunny day where you push the stroller with the shoulder, you know what I mean? Like we got them, and then we got, you know, on the finer side of town, we got the actual restaurant where you can go in and order the chicken sandwiches and the shit you see on commercials. Because growing up, that shit you seen on commercials used to be like make believe until we found out that there was actually restaurants to these motherfuckers out here. Because all we had was a walk-up parlor. But no, like for real, and Dairy Queen, like they shit ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up,
it's good.
You know what I'm saying? And then the versatility of it. You know what I mean? Of being able to get burgers and chicken, and then you got your blizzards and your sundaes, and you know what I'm saying, the varieties that you can get in there. Like Dairy Queen fire. Only thing good at White Castle is shit. When McDonald's stopped selling Orange High C, you can go pull up and get a 2-gallon jug for like $3. Shit, that's it. No Dairy Queen.
Now I'm gonna pick White Castle just to go against Fred.
I don't care.
But the Dairy Queen burger is fantastic.
It is.
The fries, they got the fries that Burger King used to have back in the day. And the fact that like for like $5, I haven't been there in a while, but I remember you could get like the little lunch special, or maybe it was all day long, $5. They would give you a burger or chicken tenders with the toast, the fries, the drink, and give you the little sundae.
They got an inflated version now, but it's still close.
The inflated version. Add a couple dollars.
Yeah, look, you could probably still get it for less than $10, which is why it's here. So listen, if Dairy Queen, you know, walk past White Castle, I ain't gonna even be mad.
You shouldn't be. Yeah. It should be ashamed that you even said that shit. Even to go against me, that should be a crime.
Nah, it's good.
I want you arrested and prosecuted to the full extent of the law.
Go ahead, Brittany.
So I agree. Dairy Queen's food it's better. I mean, it's better. My experiences though with Dairy Queen food was actually Rest Stop in Ohio. We stopped and ate it, but yeah, the deal when you get the ice cream, like it's good. But Fred, don't hate me. However, comma, I am gonna end up choosing White Castle, honestly, just because
chicken sliders.
Going from living in the Metro Detroit area to coming out here where White Castle does not exist, I do miss it from time to time. I also understand that it is a natural diuretic. Whatever we are eating, you do need to be close to the restroom shortly after. However, it's an experience, and I think it's something that it's an experience.
Yeah, it's like, are you afraid of the dark?
You need to go. You know? Harold and
believe it or not,
to White Castle.
Hell no.
So yeah.
No. White Castle wins it.
It ain't gonna make it to the end though.
It ain't. It ain't gonna make it past the next round. We got Chick-fil-A versus Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's is only here because it's freaky fast. I hate a cold sandwich.
Fast. Me too.
I hate a cold sandwich.
Whoa. Don't speak too fast, because the irony in this whole entire match right here is the fact that they both freaky fast.
They are.
Now, I know you finna go out here and lie for these folks like they freaky good, but they not. Like, and I ain't talking about Jimmy John's. I'm talking about Chick-fil-A. That shit is garbage too. And I will say that on wax, and I don't care who disagree? Are you damn? That's trash. The only thing I will say is they will get me in from the middle of an intersection through their line and back into the goddamn intersection before the light changes. They is good enough to do that.
Because they have 98 people working there.
But that Polynesian sauce is okay.
Up.
They got some, they got some cheese sauce. I will tell you that. They do got some cheese sauce. But if I want processed meat that come out of a bag and not no real chicken, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's your only job is to serve chicken. And we talking about bone-in chicken now? Like y'all just now started to talk about bone-in chicken.
Our community will be told.
Huh?
Our community will be told when they're ready to serve bone-in buffalo wings and whatnot.
Oh yeah. We're gonna be the first to know, and I'm gonna be the first to tell them that shit probably still gonna be.
Oh, that's sweet. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was tripping on that one.
Okay, so y'all can have that, but I will pick Jimmy John's over Chick-fil-A, and I'm going there.
Chick-fil-A, the spicy chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A is the best spicy chicken sandwich on the market. It is the best. And I love that chicken from Popeyes. But the spicy Chick-fil-A sandwich is the best. Fred pointed to his palm, you fucker. The original Chick-fil-A sandwich is hella overrated. Chick-fil-A sauce is hella overrated. It's just honey mustard and barbecue sauce mixed together. Like, it's not anything special. The waffle fries are wonderful. I will give them that.
Bitches be salty half the time.
But I cannot stand a cold cut sandwich. I gotta pick Chick-fil-A.
So, in full disclosure, I have been to jail, and in that experience, I was served a cold cut sandwich at room temperature with like oddly melted cheese. And since then, I too don't fuck with cold cut sandwiches. And my Chick-fil-A experiences have been pleasant. I mean, the drive-through has heaters. It's such a great establishment. I'm not gonna hold you.
I mean, they're hateful as hell.
I was gonna say, hate aside, right? Hate aside. We're talking about
rating the food. We're not rating the organization.
Customer experience. Food, like, there's heaters, there's people outside all the time. They're very cheerful. I like Chick-fil-A, and honestly, I get mixed reviews on it, but their mac and cheese is fucking fire. Every time I've had it here, it's been great. And at Somerset Mall was actually really good when I went to, and that's it. The end. It always
I've had the mac and cheese from Somerset.
I love it. It's so good. I mean, it's not as good as like homemade, but it's good.
Yeah. I mean, hey, Chick-fil-A is walking past Jimmy John's though. Last one of the first round, finally, we got Auntie Anne's versus Arby's.
It's sad that this is hard one.
You said that it's hard?
Yeah, this is a hard one.
So what y'all know that me and Fred started working together, and I may have shared this story in detail, but the day that Fred hired me, I actually got hired at Auntie Anne's about 30 minutes prior to that. Because y'all know he didn't hire me at first.
More.
Hire somebody else. Facts. Like, it's not even close.
On a part-time side.
Listen, it's not even close. But I got to work there, and I will tell you from working there that depending on who is making your pretzel makes a difference. When I worked there, the manager, she made, to this day, the best nuggets. I don't know what she did differently when she made the dough versus anybody else who made the dough. But when she made it, absolutely wonderful experience. It's hit or miss for anybody else. So when I look at that, and I look at the fact that Arby's said I can get a buffalo chicken slider at $1 if I go at the right time of the day. The fries ain't bad. The fries are good. I can get an orange cream milkshake
Jamocha shake.
Jamocha shake is the
Get that
everybody's shit.
I can get a brisket sandwich,
Mm-hmm.
and I got this dude that's been yelling at me for about 10 years. Almost, we have the meats. I'm gonna go with Arby's.
Okay.
Even though I ate Annie Ann's for free for years, I'm gonna go with Arby's.
I respect Arby's. I also love their cheese sticks, and I grew up eating their turnovers.
Best cheese sticks on the market.
They're great.
The turnovers, them like big hash browns, ain't they?
Hmm?
Is
No,
the
you talking about
turnovers
like apple
big
turnovers?
Oh no,
hash
they're like
browns?
apple and cherry.
Nah.
They're like
Greg, you talking about the potato cakes?
yeah, he's
Okay,
talking about
yeah,
potato
yeah,
cakes.
yeah.
Yeah, those are bomb too. But I will say that I personally really love pretzels, and I am gonna go ahead and say Annie Ann's and turn it over to Fred to be the tiebreaker because
Break it up, down.
I like me some bread and cheese sauce. So
And that hot sauce of cheese, from Annie Ann's. Woo! I'm telling you.
Look, y'all ain't need no introduction. Y'all know I was gonna tap that cheese sauce. It ain't no mystery. They both got cheese sauces. So in case you wonder, so let's get that out the way. Cheese sauce is on deck either way. So we ride. But what I will say is I'm not a fan of pretzels. Like I hate pretzels. I hate pretzels with cheese, pretzels with mustard, cold pretzels, hot pretzels, hard pretzels in a bag.
He does not eat them, Tim. I am.
He ain't getting the pretzel bun on the burger at Wendy's.
Right.
Nah, hell no. I would never get no shit like that. The fact that they say pretzel bun got me canceled. You know what I mean? Like I ain't even gonna try it. I don't care how good the meat in between with the lettuce, tomato, and all the toppings. I can't try it. We're gonna have to get on a regular bun. But the weird thing is, even though I hate pretzels, they got a pizza pretzel that if you dip in that cheese sauce, it's stupid. They got a hot dog, you know what I'm saying, wrapped in a pretzel, and that cheese sauce, it's wonderful. And the thing about Auntie Anne's is not the pretzels. Even though them cinnamon sugar twist little joints, though, that y'all be cutting up in the bites in the cup. Ooh, if you get them fresh, though. Ooh,
you get them fresh and buttery.
Cream cheese with the, man, listen. But that Kool-Aid that y'all make in the back of that motherfucker that tastes like them Chinese folks at the food court in the mall with the different little splash of flavors. Oh, you got me sold for sure. I ain't gonna lie to you. You get you 2 of them pizza pretzels, 2 cheese sauce, and a large cup of that Kool-Aid. That's a meal. And that's on me. Shit. I ain't gonna lie, but I don't like pretzels. You know what I mean? But Arby's, I gotta say, them chicken tenders, curly fries, you know what I'm saying? One thing I found out about Arby's, so people might not have been able to experience this. Because I didn't know till I started lifting weights and figure, I need some carbs after I get to lifting. So back home in Lima, they sell these big stupid ass potatoes. I'm talking like you can get a baked potato with cheese and bacon and the works.
We talked about that before.
Bruh.
You get it nowhere else but Lima.
It seemed like it because I came right out here to Kentucky, bruh, hit the gym and hit my Arby's. They said, we don't sell baked potatoes. I said, what? Oh, I was high. And the thing is, I ain't too healthy, so all that fresh meat, ham and cheese, and roast beef sandwiches, and I don't get down with that shit. That ain't for me. Not on no market fresh bun or toast or whatever. Nah, that shit gotta come out the fryer. You know what I'm saying? So with that, because I can't be versatile at Arby's, I'm gonna take my 2 pizza pretzels. My cheese, my hot dog pretzel, and my Kool-Aid with my cheese sauce. So Annie Ann's is gonna be the winner for me.
Well,
And who
y'all,
keep Arby's open for real? Like, let's be honest.
They're
Me.
part of that trafficking thing situation.
Hey, I think nah. I about to say I think Pepsi owned them too, but that ain't true. Well, listen, y'all. The long, even though that was all the first round, we already went through all our explanations. So these next few rounds are gonna be fast as hell. All right, y'all, we back. So we are down to the Sweet 16. Let me let y'all know what we're working with right quick. We got Qdoba, Jack in the Box, Sbarro, Sonic, Popeyes, Cookout, Chipotle, Pizza Hut, Annie Ann's, Chick-fil-A, White Castle, A&W, Culver's, Checkers, McDonald's, and In-N-Out. That's our Sweet 16. Y'all have heard us make our explanations. We about to just go ahead and go through this and figure out which one is the greatest. And I still don't know where it's gonna land at, like even after the first round. So Qdoba versus Jack in the Box. What you got, Brittany?
Like I said, I had never had Jack in the Box, but I got sold on the egg roll, so I'm gonna go with Jack in the Box. Period.
I'm gonna go with Jack in the Box for the versatility, and I think that's gonna be a clean sweep. Where you going with, Fred?
It's too late. Let's go. Too simple.
Let's go.
Sbarro versus Sonic. Where you going, Fred?
I'm still with Sbarro. That pizza fire. I ain't gonna lie.
Where you at, Brittany?
I'm going with Sonic at, vegetable poisoning.
I think I gotta go with the Sonic versatility. Yeah. Ooh, here we go. Now it's about to get hard. Popeyes versus Cookout. Where you going, Brittany?
Thought this was gonna be quick.
The fat girl in me has to go. It has to go with Cookout. It has to go with Cookout. The variety, the versatility, the deliciousness. It's Cookout.
Where you going, Fred?
And that hurts my heart because I love Popeyes. Okay.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
I do.
Listen,
Tackle boxes and shit. I love it all.
I probably had to say I had to go with Cookout because the versatility gonna be there, and if I had to eat both of them every day this week, I could switch it up at Cookout. It's gonna be hard to do that at Popeyes, so Cookout gonna have to be it.
I would have taken Popeyes, but Cookout is going over. All right, we got Chipotle and Pizza Hut. Now this should be a clean sweep.
Chipotle. Moving on.
It's Chipotle.
That is trash.
Yeah, I was taking Pizza Hut.
I was glad.
Hell no, I want my meat lovers, nigga. I ain't lying to you.
Well, I'm picking Chipotle over Pizza Hut anytime. We got In-N-Out versus McDonald's.
In-N-Out.
I'm going McDonald's. Where you going, Britt?
Ooh, you're gonna put it on me. So I'm gonna have to go with McDonald's because of my inexperience with In-N-Out.
Somebody go.
I've only had it in Cali, so you know.
Yeah, and I've never been.
I mean, I can get breakfast at McDonald's. You know that makes a difference.
I love McDonald's breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Checkers versus Culver's. Whew.
Listen. That's hard. Listen. So I'm gonna go with Culver's. And the reason I'm gonna go with Culver, and this is a hard ass one because I love a sloppy burger, and I don't think there's nothing that beats a Big Buford when it comes to a sloppy burger when you unwrap it out that foil. You know what I'm saying? But I have been to Checkers or Rallies, whatever you want to call it, and have horrible food. Food cold, fried stale. You know what I'm saying? They done ran the shake machine on chocolate before I asked for my banana. So when I take that first sip, I got this big woof of chocolate coming up on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Would have been cool because, see, you went chocolate banana, so therefore it ended on banana out of it straight. But I didn't have strawberry come about that straw. I had vanilla. You know what I'm saying? Like, they not finna run into the spare cup for a second and make sure they got that last one out before. I can't say I've ever had a bad meal from Culver's. Like, flat out. If I ask them for this on my food, I might wait outside that motherfucker for 5 minutes, but it's gonna be right. It's gonna be what I asked for. It's gonna be fresh. So for that reason only, I'm gonna take Culver's because other than that, Checkers fire.
I'm probably with you, bro. For you broke it down perfectly. Never had bad food. I don't even care for cheese curds like that, and I like the Culver's cheese curds.
Should try them at Cookout too.
They fire.
Is it a clean sweep, Brittany?
I mean, I never had Culver's, so I would have said Checkers, but yeah, y'all got it. It sounds dumb. I have to make my way to one at some point.
A&W versus White Castle.
A&W. I won't pick shit over White Castle.
A&W. It's gonna be A&W.
A&W is a clean sweep, and I love White Castle. The A&W, ain't no way I could even try to pretend like a White Castle burger better than A&W burger.
They're not.
Chick-fil-A versus Annie Ann's.
Annie Ann's.
Off customer experience alone, I'm have to give it to Chick-fil-A. And I love Annie Ann's. Love it.
That's all that Chick-fil-A got. That's why I can't give it to Chick-fil-A.
That Chick-fil-A spicy chicken sandwich is up there.
All
right, just like I told you, I was gonna be quick. Just like that, we down to the Elite Eight. Let's go. Jack in the Box versus Sonic.
I'm still on Jack in the Box.
Egg rolls.
I'm taking Sonic.
It got way more versatility though at Jack in the Box. I don't care what you say. And they tacos ain't like Burger King tacos. They tacos fire. You know what I'm saying? The egg rolls fire. You know what I mean? Like,
he keeps mentioning it because he knows.
I've only had the burger at Jack in the Box, but that burger at Jack in the Box is not better than that burger at Sonic. That's why I would take Sonic.
For one, do Sonic even got a big burger?
Yes.
Everything they got look like kitty shit.
Bro, that burger is huge at Sonic.
You must come out here with a single cheeseburger from McDonald's and they put all these different things on it and they be sprucing it up, all the commercials for it.
You a fool. Where you going, Brittany? You going with the
cheeseburger commercial from Sonic?
You going with the egg roll you never had?
I'm going with the egg roll I never had, yes. I've never had a bad egg roll. The fuck? Like,
can't fuck them up.
I've never had a bad egg roll.
Hell no. Uh-oh. Clean sweep. Cookout versus Chipotle. Chipotle. Cookout taking that joint easily.
Yep.
That's a clean sweep for sure.
You could flip that bowl and that burrito
only so much.
Many ways, yeah.
McDonald's versus Culver's. I think I know who's gonna win now.
Yeah, Culver's with a landslide.
Based off of what y'all said, I'm gonna go with Culver's.
Culver's is absolutely better.
Yeah, there's no way. You're gonna pay more, but it's gonna be better.
It'll be way better. You're not gonna feel like a tire. And then we got okay. We got A&W versus Chick-fil-A.
I'm going with that A&W burger.
It's just a matter if it's a clean sweep or not.
You going with that chicken sandwich, ain't you, Brad?
No, I'm going with A&W. No, I'm going with A&W.
A&W is better.
That's gonna be a hard one on the right.
This is crazy because honestly, guys, I would never have said these four are our top four. I would not have.
Nah.
Never in a million years.
So we down to the final four, y'all. We got Jack in the Box, Cookout, Culver's, and A&W.
Hey, it's a good matchup on both sides. Like the versatility in Jack in the Box versus Cookout. You know what I'm saying? Culver's on the burger side versus A&W with the floats versus the custards. It could really go down either way.
I think I know how it's gonna land, but let's see what happens. Let's go. Let's just get into it. Jack in the Box versus Cookout.
So listen.
Let me. I kind of know where this is gonna go. I think I know where it's gonna go. I'll take the first one this time. I've had Cookout one time. I've had Jack in the Box one time. Jack in the Box was delicious. Cookout was delicious. But the fact that I got that massive burger with all the toppings for less than $4 at Cookout, I gotta go with the Cookout. On the strength of Brittany telling me that I can get a quesadilla as a side, I gotta go with Cookout.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with Cookout. Like I have been riding for the egg rolls that I've never had. However, I have had Cookout and I enjoy it. So
listen, landslide.
It's a clean sweep.
For one, when I can spend the type of money I can spend at Cookout and get full as I'm gonna get, and know that it's still gonna be something I'm gonna be looking at like I can't eat food with that. It's a win, and it's seasoned to perfection. Like you said, it feel like some good old folks back there in the back having a good old time, making everything from scratch. You know what I'm saying? I can't be more mad or more sad. Like, I'm going Cookout.
Cookout. And then we got Culver's versus A&W. Now, this one, I need to think. Because them burgers is pretty close to even. Because that burger at A&W is wonderful. A&W got the better fries. Culver's got the better onion rings. I haven't talked about this, but Culver's got a delicious grilled chicken sandwich. Delicious grilled chicken sandwich. So if you want to do something, a little different. But A&W got the conies, and A&W's conies are good. But you know what? I don't mess with root beer floats. I don't mess with root beer. So that means nothing to me. So I can still get the custard at Culver's. I enjoyed the cheese curds. I'm not even a big cheese person. We talked about that plenty on these food episodes. And the buffalo chicken tenders at Culver's. Culver's going to win it out for me. Culver's is my pick to go to the finals.
So I would say A&W, but
experience.
Right.
Listen, A&W's good.
It's on you for it.
Root beer is my favorite. Favorite drink. I mean, who loves orange soda? Fred loves root beer. Like, straight up. You know what I mean? Ain't no mystery. A&W, Barks, you know what I'm saying? Like, they had the pub root beer. I mean, there's plenty of root beers that's just out there. And I love them all like that. I haven't found a bad one yet. So, with that being said, floats is like, it's nostalgia, it's traditional, you know what I'm saying? But Culver's, listen, y'all know I'm a big cheese sauce fan.
If they didn't know before this episode,
I ain't said nothing about no A&W cheese sauce. But that Wisconsin cheese sauce over there at Culver's. It's official. And I'm signing off on it for sure. The burgers, like I said, the freshness. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't had a stale meal from A&W back in the day. You know what I mean? It ain't just been all the way to par like it's supposed to. Culver's ain't missed yet.
Ain't missed yet. I ain't had a bad meal at A&W, but Culver's don't miss.
They don't. And then, like you said, the cheese curds, like I'm not like no cheese stick and cheese curds person. But if I had to, go ahead and pick them up as a side because my lady like them, I'm going to eat some and they good.
Yeah.
So, Culver's.
So here we are. I told y'all this is going to be quick, just like that. We in the finals. It's Cookout versus Culver's. I'm going to go first. Y'all already know where I'm at, so I'm just knocking out the way. I just went down this whole little. For me, my finals was Culver's versus A&W. Cookout was fantastic. I've had it one time. That Cookout burger was not better than my Culver's burger. Was not better. It was great, and the fact that it was only $3.69 was crazy. But it was not better than Culver's. It simply was not. And because of that, plus just more experience, it's obvious for me that I'm picking Culver's. So Brittany should go next because
I actually took the time to go onto the menu, right? So that I could let you know what other sides would come with your burger. So you have the choice of a bacon wrap. You can do white cheddar cheese bites. You can do chicken nuggets, chicken wrap, corn dog, fries, hush puppies, onion rings, quesadilla, either chicken or beef, or you could get both because you get two sides, right? You can get slaw, you can get chili. This is a Cookout, okay? Like all of that. And it's all for under $10 plus your burger. Or hot dogs or a barbecue sandwich or quesadillas as your main meal or a regular chicken sandwich or a spicy chicken sandwich. Like the options are endless. So I'm gonna go with Cookout. The end.
Yeah. Plus, you've never had Culver's.
Yeah. So I can't say anything negatively the other way.
Listen, I done had
So-
both.
Yeah, this is on you, Brody.
I done had both. And when it come down to it, Culver's make a badass butter burger. They got the ice cream or custard. I mean, not disrespect the custard. Same difference. You know. They size is good. They make it to order. It's fresh, you know. Like, there's nothing wrong. Culver's don't miss. I mean, like, they flu game Jordan, for real. You got to be a bad motherfucker to beat them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you right now, as a daddy with a family of 7, when I want to taste a burger, I love going to fast food restaurants, and I love burgers. But when one tastes like my mama patted that motherfucker and seasoned that mug and put it in a skillet and pulled it up out that joker, I don't care what you're talking about. Ain't nothing better than Mama McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? It straight up. And Cookout is just like when your mama said, "Oh, we got food at home.
We got McDonald's in the house."
And if we had Cookout, I probably could have talked my mama into going to Cookout instead of cooking at home for $3.69. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's inflation prices. It might have been $2 back then.
Well, for $5, you know what I'm saying? Me and her both been fed. So, for my munchies, for my flavor, I'm gonna go with Cookout. Culver's a little expensive. They on the Starbucks side of things. That's on a good
funny
payday.
because the nearest Culver's to me is in the same plaza as the Starbucks. It's funny.
Can I just say, Cookout wasn't even a part of this.
I was gonna say that.
I suggested it.
Oh yeah, this would have been Whataburger, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Whataburger wouldn't have made it this far.
Yeah, we had Whataburger in here. I've never had Whataburger. Brittany, you've never had Whataburger either,
Nope.
did you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So it only made sense to throw in Cookout since we've all had it, even though I'd only had it the one time. And listen,
But it was fresh. It was fresh in your mind.
I mean, literally, I had it Friday. Yeah, 4 days ago.
If Culver's was even comparable to the price of Cookout, I'd have picked Culver's. When it comes to that pocket, like I could eat Culver's with me and my lady, or me preferably. But like if I had to take my lady, that's it. I'm not bringing the kids to Culver's.
I mean,
don't care what you're talking about.
And like I gotta even put it like this. I can see the pathway where Cookout would get it. Again, I haven't tried any sides. I have not tried a single shake. I haven't tried any other entrees. I saw that adding chili on my burger was an option.
Whatever you want to put on your burger is an option.
Yeah.
Like
you can do a wild style with cheese sauce and cheese and I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot.
So I'm not mad.
Bacon's on that too.
I'm not mad about it. Listen, this was fun. Cookout is the winner for the best fast food spot.
Hey.
So I'm gonna just say this: if you've never been to Cookout, get to the South and get you some Cookout. I've only had it one time. I was happy, like for real.
I'm gonna go this week or next week for sure.
So, Brittany, plug yourself. Plug Unapologetically Black and longest podcast name in the world.
So make sure you check us out at Unapologetically Black, Never Broken, Always Empowered. You can catch us. We go live on Tuesdays and Saturdays for our Shit Talk Saturdays, our regular episodes on Tuesdays. And you can find us on all streaming platforms, all social media platforms. Like and follow, all that good stuff. You can catch Rich, my co-host, as well as my husband, Jamal, over there. He's not as common, but he be there. He's been there all month because it's been Veterans Month. So we've been celebrating vets all month, and my husband is one, as is Rich. So I've let the boys take over. But I'll be back this week, and so check us out. Very similar to this. That's why we pop in on each other's podcasts regularly.
Yeah, Shit Talk Saturday is pretty similar to what our traditional format is. Rich is a little eccentric, but that's my dog. I got to give him a little hell, but that's my dog.
If you want somebody more like Rich, invite me. Me and Rich can talk shit, real shit, not
listen,
unapologetical shit.
Listen, me and Fred hopped over there to cover for a Shit Talk Saturday. Let me tell you, Fred and Rich had a conversation.
I don't even remember it. That's bad. Hold on.
A bond.
But listen, I mean, they talk about good stuff. They do different themes every month. Brittany just told you the theme this month is on veterans, but there was also a voting special that we did right after the election. I was a part of that. October or September, one of those months was about getting your credit right, and had different people with different expertise on there. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff happening over there. They have dynamic guests from all over the world. Check it out.
Facts. You did that better than me. I'm gonna work on my elevator speech.
Plug the socials as well.
So you can find us at Unapologetically Black podcast on YouTube. You can find us at that same handle on Facebook and Instagram. Instagram is UNAB podcast. Same with TikTok, UNAB. So
all right, so check them out, y'all. Appreciate the love. Y'all know to follow us. If you think we've earned a 5-star review, please give us that. Write a review, with your 5-star rating. Follow me, Brad Robinson 1986 on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, and just Brad Robinson 86 on Twitter. Follow Fred on Instagram at Mr.humble_beginnings. Follow him at Fred Scott on Facebook. You got your hand up. You trying to say something, dog? Oh, you just moving. All right, you good. And follow the show at you good. And follow the show at What's Happening, WHUSHATTNIN, on all of your podcast platforms that you listen to, all of your social media platforms. That's TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Share the show with a friend. Help us grow. Join our Patreon for $5 a month. You get to watch this ad-free or listen to it ad-free. You get to participate in different things. We're going to just click the link tree that's in the show notes. Just click the link tree, click the Patreon. It's not going to take your money, but click it, look at it, see what's there. And if you're down with this, you want to help us grow, tap in for $5 a month. And that's all I got. We'll see y'all next week.
Nice.